Gentlemen, welcome to another episode where we don't just skim the surface. We dive deep into the ocean of self-mastery and Sigma male wisdom. Today's question is simple but profound. Are you really a Sigma male? Or have you just slapped the label on yourself because it sounds cool? Let's face it, in a world obsessed with personality archetypes, everyone wants to be the lone wolf, the mysterious enigma who walks his own path. But, as with anything in life, there's a difference between claiming the title and earning it. In this video, we'll break down 9 surprising signs that might mean you're not as Sigma as you think you are. And because I'm feeling generous, we're throwing in a bonus sign to make it a perfect 10. Before we jump in, hit that subscribe button and join a community of like-minded men dedicated to unlocking their potential. We're here to grow, evolve, and take charge of our lives. Now let's get into it. Number 1, you crave attention like it's oxygen. Here's the deal. If your social media feed is a constant parade of selfies, curated captions, and look at me posts, that's a red flag. Sigma males don't seek validation from the crowd. They thrive in their own self-assurance. Think about it. Have you ever seen a lion begging for applause in the jungle? Exactly. A Sigma male doesn't need an audience because his confidence comes from within. Let's say you're at a party. While everyone else is clamoring to be noticed, the Sigma is quietly observing, picking up on the subtle dynamics of the room. And guess what? His mere presence draws people in. As Marcus Aurelius once said, "It never ceases to amaze me. We all love ourselves more than other people, but care more about their opinions than our own." A Sigma lives this truth. He values his own opinion above all. If you're constantly chasing the spotlight, it's time to ask yourself why. True self-confidence doesn't need a stage. It speaks for itself. Number 2, you follow trends like a lost puppy. Gentlemen, let's talk trends. If you're always jumping on the latest bandwagon, be it fashion, slang, or even hobbies, are you really living authentically? Sigmas don't care about what's in. They carve their own path, often setting trends without even trying. Picture a Sigma male at a coffee shop. Everyone else is ordering the latest viral drink. He's sipping his black coffee, completely indifferent to the hype. Why? Because he knows what he likes and doesn't need external validation to feel cool. Ask yourself, are your choices truly yours, or are they borrowed from someone else's playbook? Being a Sigma is about authenticity. If you're constantly shifting to fit in, you're not leading, you're following. Number 3, you avoid conflict like it's the plague. Conflict isn't fun, but avoiding it altogether isn't Sigma behavior. It's escapism. A Sigma male doesn't shy away from tough conversations or challenging situations. He faces them head-on, armed with logic, confidence, and emotional control. Imagine a workplace scenario where a colleague takes credit for your idea. The Sigma calmly addresses it, asserting his position without resorting to aggression or passive aggressiveness. Avoiding conflict might keep the peace temporarily, but it often comes at the cost of your self-respect. Gentlemen, courage isn't the absence of fear. It's taking action despite it. Step into your power and handle conflicts with grace. Number 4, you lack self-discipline. Let's be honest. Without self-discipline, you're not running the show. Your impulses are. Sigmas are masters of delayed gratification. They stick to their goals, even when the going gets tough. While others are binge-watching Netflix, the Sigma male is working on his side hustle, hitting the gym, or reading to sharpen his mind. It's not that he doesn't enjoy relaxing. He just knows there's a time and place for it. Discipline equals freedom. Jocko Willink. Sigmas embody this principle. Start small. Whether it's waking up 30 minutes earlier or cutting back on distractions, building discipline is a step-by-step process. Number 5, you're overly dependent on others. Independence is the cornerstone of Sigma male life. If you're constantly seeking approval, advice, or emotional support for every decision, it's time to reassess. A Sigma plans his career moves based on his values, not on what his friends or family think he should do. He trusts his instincts and takes responsibility for his choices. Dependency isn't inherently bad, but over-reliance can stunt your growth. Strive to be self-reliant while appreciating the support of those around you. Number 6, you struggle to set boundaries. Boundaries aren't just a buzzword. they're a necessity. If you're constantly saying yes to things that drain your energy or compromise your values, you're not living authentically. A Sigma male doesn't hesitate to decline invitations that don't align with his priorities. He's polite but firm, knowing his time is his most valuable asset. Setting boundaries isn't selfish, it's self-respect in action. Number 7, you're afraid to be alone. Gentlemen, let's get real for a moment. If the thought of being alone on a Friday night makes you break out in a cold sweat, that's a problem, not a Sigma male move. A true Sigma cherishes solitude like a monk with his meditative chants. It's not just about being alone. It's about loving your own company so much that solitude feels like a luxury suite for the mind. While others are scrolling through dating apps or sending out desperate, "What's the plan tonight?" texts, the Sigma male is at home, savoring a good book, journaling, or strategizing his next big move. He's not lonely, he's laser-focused. Here's a fact that might surprise you. Studies from the Journal of Environmental Psychology reveal that moments of solitude can enhance creativity and productivity. The Sigma male knows this instinctively. Solitude isn't about hiding from the world. It's about recharging so you can face it with sharper tools. If you can't sit with your own thoughts for 10 minutes without reaching for your phone, you've got some work to do. After all, if your own company bores you, why should anyone else find you fascinating? As Friedrich Nietzsche once said, "He who cannot be alone with himself dreads the truth about himself." Sigmas embrace this truth. They know that solitude forces self-reflection, and self-reflection is the birthplace of growth. Start small. Dedicate an hour a day to being alone. No screens, no distractions. Meditate, journal, or simply sit and observe your thoughts. You'll find that solitude isn't something to fear, it's a tool to master. Number 8, you lack emotional control. Gentlemen, losing your temper over small inconveniences isn't a good look. Sigmas feel deeply, but express themselves thoughtfully. They understand that emotional control is a strength, not a suppression. When faced with criticism, a Sigma listens, evaluates, and decides whether it's constructive or irrelevant. He doesn't react impulsively. Master your emotions, and you'll master your life. Number 9, you overanalyze everything. Overthinking can paralyze you. While it's good to weigh your options, excessive analysis can lead to missed opportunities. Sigmas strike a balance. They think critically but act decisively. Instead of agonizing over every detail of a business decision, a Sigma sets a deadline, gathers the necessary information, and takes action. Trust your instincts. Overthinking often creates problems that don't exist. Bonus point: you don't know who you are. Let's dive deep, gentlemen, because this one cuts to the core. If you don't know who you are, what you stand for, or where you're headed, then how can you claim to walk the Sigma path? Sigmas are like human compasses. They always know their true north. Let's break it down. Many people live their lives as mirrors, reflecting the expectations and opinions of those around them. They adopt other people's dreams, values, and even personalities, losing sight of their own identity. The Sigma male? He smashes that mirror and builds his own lens through which to see the world. According to psychologist Daniel Goleman, self-awareness is one of the key components of emotional intelligence. It's the ability to recognize your emotions, values, and goals and understand how they shape your behavior. Without it, you're drifting through life on autopilot. A Sigma male doesn't get swept up in societal pressures to follow a certain career path or adopt a particular lifestyle. Instead, he takes time to reflect on his passions, strengths, and values, crafting a life that aligns with his authentic self. Imagine walking into a restaurant and not knowing what you want to order. Now multiply that confusion by 10,000. That's life without self-awareness. Don't be the guy staring blankly at the menu of existence while everyone else is already enjoying their steak. Here's the Sigma-approved game plan for self-discovery. Reflect regularly. Spend time journaling about what truly matters to you. Ask questions like, what makes me lose track of time? Or what principles would I never compromise? Experiment with life. Try new things. You can't know what resonates with you until you step out of your comfort zone. Declutter your mind. Meditate. Meditation isn't just for monks. It's for anyone who wants to clear the noise and hear their inner voice. As Aristotle wisely said, knowing yourself is the beginning of all wisdom. A Sigma male lives by this creed, constantly evolving as he deepens his understanding of himself. Gentlemen, self-awareness is your foundation. Without it, you're building your life on quicksand. The Sigma male doesn't just know who he is, he owns it unapologetically. Gentlemen, there you have it. 10 powerful signs that might mean you're not the Sigma male you think you are. But here's the good news. Awareness is the first step to transformation. If you recognize any of these signs in yourself, take it as an opportunity to grow and level up. Hit that like button, subscribe, and join this community of men striving for greatness. Together, we'll unlock the secrets to living a Sigma life on our own terms. Having said this, until next time, stay strong and stay Sigma.